Who's scoring big this NBA season? You are! With all the new ways to get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. From monster slams to dishing the rock to cleaning the glass, get behind your favorite player and prop bets you can make on DraftKings, home of the NBA player props. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple like picking how many points your favorite player will have. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. First time, here's something special for you. New DraftKings customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Take it to the rack with DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code MONEYMOVE. That's code MONEYMOVES for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. All right, listen up, taxpayers. It's time for what you all really tuned in to listen to me for. Financial advice. Tax season, Boost Mobile wants you to turn your tax refund into 6 months of saving. When you buy 6 months on their best unlimited plans, Boost will give you another 6 months for free. That's like 6 times 2 divided by 1, carry the, a really good deal. They told me I should have been a tax accountant. Well, would you trust me with your money? Well, that's great news because I'm not done yet. Visit Boost Mobile store during tax season and enter to win up to $10,000 to double your refund. Or if you're really good at math and money stuff like me, pay off what you still owe. Okay, time to take my financial advisor hat off and put on my lawyer hat. Requires upfront payment, tax and fees extra, terms and exclusion apply. Visit boostmobile.com for full offer terms and sweeps details. And now I get back to my boring old day job. Head over to your nearest Boost Mobile store and make the most out of your tax refund. This episode of Nightcap is brought to you by Cologuard, a non-invasive colon cancer screening test. Currently, colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer-related deaths in the U.S., and it's on the rise in people under the age of 50. But when caught at early stages, colon cancer is survivable in 90% of the people, so screening and early detections are key to reducing overall colon cancer deaths. And a great one-of-a-kind way to feel more in control of your colon cancer screening is through the Cologuard test, a prescription-based test with none of the prep that's required for a colonoscopy. The Cologuard test is the only FDA-approved, non-invasive option that looks for both altered DNA and blood in your stool, which can indicate the presence of abnormal cells. This test offers convenience and ease of use, and the kit is delivered right to your door. Once you complete the kit, it is returned to the lab and results are available within 2 weeks. Plus, it's affordable. Most insured patients pay $0. And if you do need a colonoscopy, as a follow-up, most insurance plans cover that as well. So if you're 45 or older and at average risk, ask your healthcare provider about screening for colon cancer with the Cologuard test. You can request a Cologuard prescription today at Cologuard.com/podcast. The Cologuard test is intended to screen adults 45 and older at average risk for colorectal cancer. Do not use the Cologuard test if you've had adenomas, have inflammatory bowel disease, or certain hereditary syndromes, or personal or family history of colorectal cancer. The Cologuard test is not a replacement for colonoscopy in high-risk patients. Cologuard test performs in adults aged 45 to 49, it's estimated, and based on a large clinical study of patients 50 and older. False positives and false negatives can occur. Cologuard is available by prescription only. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Nightcap brought to you by Boost Mobile. Visit your nearest Boost Mobile store or boostmobile.com to join their nationwide 5G network today. Y'all know me. I'm your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe, the Liberty City legend, the Bengal Ring of Fame honoree, the Pro Bowler, the route runner extraordinaire. That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button. And go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. Thank you for your continued and loyal support. Check out Shea by Laportier. We have it in stock. What better way to celebrate a joyous occasion than with a bottle of Shea by Laportier? Now, if you cannot find it in a city or a state near you, trust me, we will be coming in the coming weeks and months. Order it online. We'll ship it directly to your door. Please drink responsibly and stay safe. Go follow my media company page on all of its platforms. That's Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84, with 84 being spelled out. Everything is restocked. We just dropped our Super Bowl show shirt and hat. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. Supplies are limited. Once they're gone, they're gone. So please make sure you order yours now. Ocho, the Thunder beat the Rockets. Shea, 51. SGA, his fourth 50-piece this year. And they all come in like the last 6 weeks. January 22nd, he had 54. Yeah. The 29th, he had 52. February the 5th, he had 50. And tonight, he had 51. It is his MVP to lose. As great as Jokic is playing, and he's playing unbelievable, SGA is the MVP. Yeah. He's playing outstanding. He's controlling the pace of the game. Now, you look at them, they're deep. Jalen Williams, they got Kaysen coming off the bench. They got Isaiah Joe coming off the bench that can defend at a high level. They got Caruso, another defender that can defend at a high level coming off the bench. We know what Lou Dort is, a tremendous wing defender, but they got scoring at the yin-yang. But Shea tonight, 51 on 18 of 30, 5 of 9 for 3, perfect from the free throw line. Jalen Williams was 8 of 16, 4 of 5 from the three-point line, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. He had 21. He had 24. Holmgren had 11. Lou Dort had 11. Hartenstein had 8. And then you had Wallace with 14. Wiggins didn't shoot the ball well tonight, but we know it's just a matter of time. The Rockets didn't play bad, Ocho. You know, they shot 49% from the floor, 46% from the three, 82% from the free throw line. But you allowed OKC to shoot 50% from the floor, 46% from the three. And they shot 89% from the free throw line. And they shot, 10 more free throws than what you shot. But, you know, I joke a lot about the Lakers, but, man, I understand what OKC is. I'm not foolish enough to, you know, I joke with them, but you don't get to the record that they have, Ocho, and not be a good ball club. They're a very, very good ball club. They're very well coached, and they believe that they're this good.
You know, not only they're very well coached, not only are they a good ball club, when you have a player like SGA, he's not secluded. He's not secluding his teammates around him. He's the type of player, when you think about a Kobe, he makes those around him better. Everybody's scoring. You got to think. He done got 50 or 51 tonight, and we're not talking about him being selfish. You know how efficient you got to be, where everybody else can still contribute to the scorecard, and then you still drop 50. Yeah, and you still drop 51, 50. Man, this is
fourth one in the last 5 weeks, 6 weeks.
And listen, young bull SGA is different, and like you said, it's his his award to lose. But I don't see it happening. He's too consistent night in and night out to lose the MVP this year. At this point, they might as well give it to him. How many more weeks we got left?
3, 4, a month.
Yeah.
You got a month. What is their record? They got 60, they got 21 games. Let's see. They played 61 games. They got 21 games left. So they got 82. They're 50 and 11. So they got 21 games left, Ocho.
You might as well just go ahead and give it to him now. And I mean no disrespect to what Joker is doing.
He's playing unbelievable, Ocho. I mean, look at his record. Okay, what are you basing it on? Team record. They're number 1 in the Western Conference. Okay, what does his stat looks like?
Yes, sir.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's second. He might be leading the league in scoring now currently. So he might be leading the league in scoring. Their offensive rating is out the yin-yang. He doesn't turn the ball over. He facilitates, as you mentioned. He gets everybody else involved. There's nothing not to like about this kid. And it just goes to show you, Ocho, you look at him from where he was as a rookie, and you look at how much better he's gotten from the time he was a rookie until now. That's why I say it's hard for me to believe. I'm not saying that everybody's going to take a meteoric jump like him, but it's hard for me to believe that you can do something and you practice at it that you won't get incrementally better.
better. You have to. And we haven't talked. We talk about it, how good he is on the offensive side of the ball, and his offensive prowess, his ability to score, putting the ball on the floor, excuse me, stuff like that. Oh, we forgot to mention his defense. We forgot to mention his defense. He's
Yeah,
also
he's up
playing
there in
defense.
steals. He does lead the league. Ocho, this year, he has the most 50-point games with 4. He has the most 40-point games with 9. He has the most 30-point games, 38. He has the most 20-point games, 59. So he scored at least 20 points in all but 2 of their games. He leads the NBA in scoring by over 300 points. So he's going to lead the league in scoring. Now, look, I think Giannis, and Yoke will be unanimous MVP, unanimous All-NBA selections, and rightfully so.
Right.
But Shai, right now, Shai, if he's a unanimous MVP, Ocho, as well as Jokic playing, as well as Giannis is playing, I'm not going to hold you.
Right.
I'm not going to be mad at you. Say you named this man MVP. Because that's how well he's playing. That's how well his team is playing. And so if you go back and look at when Steph won unanimous MVP, they were that was the year they went 73-9. So with that being said, yeah, it was an unbelievable game. And like I said, Houston didn't play bad. Now they did not have Sengun. They did not have Van Fleet. Dylan Brooks didn't play. They were without a lot of their key guys. Those are 3 starters right there. But maybe it's a closer game. I mean, they gave up 137. I mean, they gave up 63 at the half, and then they give up a 39 piece, and then they give up a 35. So you're not going to win very many games if you give up 30 a quarter. And that's what they gave up. They gave up they gave up 30 a quarter. And you're not going to win a whole lot of games. You put them on the foul line, they shoot a bunch of free for a team. They get to the foul line.
Yeah.
OKC gets to the foul line. They shot 27. They made 24. And you would think,
That's
like,
crazy.
hold on, they shooting 30-plus threes and they're still getting to the free throw line? Yeah, because Shai does. Because Shai's going to get to the line 10 to 15 times a night.
He's aggressive. He's aggressive. He's aggressive from any mid-range. But, hey, you watch his game, when he get the ball in his hands, He coming up court. There's no wasting time. There's no playing with the ball. There's no, at times, running plays and setting screens. But outside of that, when it's 1-on-1, he's at you, make a move and go.
He's taller than you think.
Anyway,
he's a big guard. He's like 6'4".
Right downhill.
So he's a big point.
That's 6'4" is
Not
short.
for a point, it
You know
ain't.
that, huh?
No.
You don't think so? You got point guard 6'7".
You talk about
Luka.
You talk about Luka. Kyrie ain't that tall.
Right.
Steph ain't that tall. Van Fleet ain't that tall. You go. Jamal Murray's not that tall. De'Aaron Fox isn't that tall. Oh, he's 6'6". My bad. I shorted the man 2 inches.
Oh,
he's 6'6".
He's 6'6".
So when you look, and the thing is, Ocho, the pace at which he plays, he can post you. He got mid-range. Now he's got the 3 ball that falls. He can get to the rim. So really, offensively, he doesn't have any weaknesses. And guess what? You're going to put him on the foul line. He's going to get to the foul line. So now either you foul him or he makes it. Now, the only thing that you hope when the ball go, because he's in a zone right now, all you hope is that the rim don't like it and spit it out. That's you just hoping, Ocho, like, damn, I hope the rim don't like this shot.
Hey, you got to have hope and a prayer for that, especially when somebody's locked in like that, night out and night. The chance that you space it's only a week left. I mean, not a week. You only got about 3-4 weeks left before the season's over. And they might as well chalk it up. He's not finna lay down. Not with that mentality.
Because at the end of the day, you still want to make, like, all things being equal, I kind of want to, like, have home court. So they're fighting with the Cavs on the other side to see who has home court throughout. Because if it comes down to a situation and they both makes it out of their respective conferences, I want you to come to me. I want Game 7, if necessary, to be in OKC. But Shai is playing unbelievable. Right. He's from start to finish. I think he felt jilted last year that Jokic won it. I didn't have a problem with Jokic winning it. When you look at the numbers and what he put up, I think they felt bad. Maybe the voters felt bad because they gave it to Joel Embiid the year before, because he easily could have won it that year. And he's gonna be, he's kind of like LeBron and Jordan. He's always gonna be in that top three. He's gonna win it to be top three because of the numbers that he puts up. He's averaging 28, 13, and 10. He's a center. Yes. And so, but Shai leading the league in scoring. He's up there in steals. The best team in the Western Conference. They're playing extremely well. I don't see how anybody else other than him wins that MVP, and that's not a knock on Yoke. Yeah. I don't think Giannis has a chance to win it because his team record isn't what it needs to be. Now, if you want to throw JT in that mix, do you like Jason Tatum enough to put him in that mix, considering how well the Celtics are playing? They're the number 2 seed in the East. But see, I think the thing for me is that I think the thing that works against Jason Tatum, and Chad, y'all let me know what y'all think.
Yes, sir.
Are we sure Jason Tatum is the best player on that team?
Wait, you know what? I asked you that last season.
All I know is that when it comes to the awards,
I asked you that last season. When it came to the playoffs, right? Jason Tatum, Jason Tatum this, Jason Tatum that. When I watched the game, obviously, but for me, the game of basketball, I wasn't on top of it like I should be. So obviously I'm locking in with you watching the game so I can be able to talk about the playoffs. And I'm watching the game and all I'm hearing is Jason Tatum's name. But when I watch the game, all I'm seeing is Jaylen Brown. So I'm thinking to myself in my head, well, wait a minute, based on what I'm seeing on TV, it's different than what everybody else is telling me. So I asked you last year, are you sure, Jason Tatum is, for one that can be in a position to be the face of the league?
He can't be the face of the league when you're questioning whether or not he's the best player on his own team. That's got to be definitive. That's got to be undeniable. There is no ifs and buts about it. If there's anything, he can't. So how you going to be the face, supposedly the face of the league, and you're not the best player on your own team? Because what we saw is one guy win Finals MVP. We saw the same guy win Eastern Conference MVP. We see that guy a lot of times takes the toughest matchups. He took Luka and still gave you the production that he gave you. Normally, if you're asking a guy to give you that kind of production offensively, he needs to take a rest defensively. But that's not what Jaylen Brown did. He hounded him. And then, yes, he could turn it over. Hey, Holiday, you take him. Okay, Derek White. But initially, I'm going to start on him. And that's not a knock on Jason Tatum. I think he's a phenomenal player. He's won 3 first-team All-NBA selections for a reason. He's a 2-time Olympic gold medal winning player for a reason. This is not a knock. But as the face of the league, Jason Tatum is a comparable player. Jaylen Brown is a comparable player.
I got a question too, and this is for the chat as well. Y'all tell me what you think. Let's say you take let's say you take Jaylen Brown out the equation and he's not on the Celtics and you have someone else in that spot. Jason Tatum's still there putting up the numbers he's putting up this year. So is it case for Jason Tatum being the MVP this year enough?
No, he's not going to MVP this year. He can't do enough to overtake SGA and Yoke. No. It's going to be, first of all, you're going to have a season for a guy to win the MVP over Jokic because his numbers are going to be this. Right. He's going to be somewhere around 27 points. He's going to be somewhere around 10 to 13 rebounds. He's going to be somewhere around 9 to 11 assists. So in order for you to win it, you're going to have to be like SGA, averaging 32, 33. Your team success, you're going to have to be, 10 games above everybody else. That's, the Lakers in second, the Nuggets are in third percentage points. So you're 10, 11 games ahead of them. So in order for you to win the MVP over Yoke, because he's going to be somewhere around second or third, he might get the first seed, but his numbers are going to be so good. Kind of like when Jordan, his numbers were so good, it took Karl Malone them winning 60-plus games, him averaging 27 and 12. To overtake Jordan 30 and 6. And they had a slightly better record. But they work well together. I love the fact because a lot of times people were trying to they need to get rid of one of them, the other. They both kind of similar. They figured it out. They found a way to play together and realized it was mutually beneficial for the both of them to remain together as opposed to split them apart. Because we see that so many times. It's
Yes.
robbed some teams of potential championships because one guy wanted to be the lead dog. And I don't want to. I don't want to be. I want to be the lead dog. I don't want to be both of us in the harness together, side by side. I need to be the lead dog. And I love that JT and JB, they praise each other, they compliment each other. Yeah, I'm sure JB was upset that he's like, hold on, bro, hold on. I'm Eastern Conference MVP. I'm Finals MVP, and you take two of my teammates. I understand. JT. Because he was on the previous team, and he's been a 3-time first-team All-NBA selection since then. But, bro, y'all take two of my teammates?
Yeah. You know that was personal, huh? You know that was personal. I'm gonna leave that there.
So I'm glad they were able to. I'm glad they're able to work this together because they should be for the next 5 years. They probably should get a couple of championships. Because both guys are under the age of 30. A young team. It all depends. I think Porzingis is up after this year. Isn't Porzingis a free agent? You got Derek White signed to a long-term deal. You got Holiday signed to a long-term deal. It's Peyton Pritchard, who's the heartbeat off the bench. He might get him a little contract. Somebody might break him off. Like, hey, come on over here. You doing that for Boston? Come. He has one more year. They'll probably look to extend him. But good game tonight. OKC moved to 50-11 with a 137-128 victory over the Houston Rockets. The Rockets dropped to 37-24. They were playing without Alfred Sengun. There was Dylan Brooks and Van Fleet, who's been out for an extended period of time. Dylan Brooks did get, although he didn't play. He was dressed, but he didn't play. Damn.
Nah.
Ocho, Kyrie was helped to the locker room after an apparent leg injury. He stayed in the game and drained 2 free throws before leaving the court. With Kyrie, the question is, Ocho, you want to put that the Mavericks game up. Kyrie playing this kind of, and he has to. AD's out, and you traded Luka. So now, and you're out Lively, and you're without Daniel Gafford. So he's having to log minutes, try to keep them afloat until AD comes back. But you're putting a lot of, he's got to do an awful lot. He's got to facilitate. He's got to score. That's a lot.
But listen, when you think about what he has to do with AD being out, a player like Kyrie of his caliber that can run the offense, that can set things up, that can facilitate, that can get hot on any night, especially when he has to score. When the onus is on him to lead the way, Kyrie can do that. So when you say it's a lot to ask of him to do, hey, he's the type of player. He's one of the ones that left Cleveland because he wanted to be the head dog, right? Right. So listen, this is your chance. This is the chance to show.
But he's finding out there's a lot more. There's a lot more going into it than being Ocho. There's a lot more going into it than being the lead dog now. Yeah, you're gonna score a bunch of points. But at the end of the day, people are going to be looking at you like, bro, what's going on? What about that team?
I see where you're going with it.
I mean, he's averaging the 3rd most minutes per game in his career, and he's doing it as he's starting to get older. Normally, the minutes decrease. You play, if you go back and look at Kobe, you look at LeBron, and you look at Jordan, they're playing 39, 40. I think one year LeBron played 42 minutes a night. Jordan was up there. Kobe was up there. But as you start getting 30, now you start coming back, whoa, I need to be around somewhere between 35 and 37. What's he averaging now? He might be averaging 35, 37. 30 minutes, 37? 37, 30, 36 points. That's a lot of minutes. And there's a difference between playing 36 minutes and you got Luka running shotgun with you. Playing 36 minutes and you got AD. 36 minutes and you got KD Harden. 36 minutes and you got LeBron. Because you could be out there on the court for 36 minutes and you can coast. KD gonna get buckets. Harden gonna get me buckets. Luka will get me buckets. LeBron, AD. Bro, when you out there with you got to work. You know, sometimes, Ocho, you show up at the job, you just show up, you just there. I ain't doing no work today. I'm talking to everybody. Because, hey, I know everybody else gonna do their job. It ain't like that right now with Kyrie and Dallas. And and they're trying to do everything they can to kind of stay in the 6th spot. Don't have to do the play in. They avoid the play. You know, if you're in the 6th spot, you avoid the play in. And so they're hopefully, I'm sure they're hoping they can get AD back at some point in time. Probably have him reevaluated in the next 7 to 10 days, and see where that goes. But I wish Kyrie a speedy recovery. Hopefully, it's nothing serious.
Did he hyperextend it, or did he step on somebody's foot and twist his ankle? Which one was it?
See it, Ocho.
Even on the replay, I still couldn't tell. What had happened, but he couldn't put any weight on that foot. It was his right foot, to be exact. I'm thinking with them the way they helped him off the court, it wasn't a hyperextension. I think he twisted his ankle a little bit, and I'm not even gonna talk about my.
Oh, he stepped on the guy's ankle and his knee kind of buckled a little bit. That's Valanciunas, I think. And when that Valanciunas he stepped on, yeah. He stepped on his foot, and he.
Hey, that's one of the worst things.
You gotta tell me nothing. I know.
You're a hooper. You're a hooper. When you step on somebody's ankle and your eyes are looking up, so you're not ready for it, and the foot is already relaxed too. So you're getting all that, man. That's a feeling.
But hopefully it's nothing major. Hopefully it's just a simple little tweak, couple of days rest, some ice, and Kyrie will be able to come back. Because without Kyrie, they're 32-30 right now. Where are they now? They're 10th. They're in the 10th spot. That's the play. That's the last spot for the play-in.
Yeah,
it's not looking good. Which will be even worse for Nico Harris because at one point they were where they were. I think they were in the 5th or the 6th spot, and now all of a sudden AD comes in, have so much promise, he goes out, and now you slide and you miss the playoffs, and Luka or them are in the playoffs, and they go from 7 to 2.
Yeah, and Nico Harris gonna look crazy after that, huh?
He looking crazy as it is, but you had.
I mean.
So we'll find it. Check this out, Ocho. Let me know what you think. The Dallas Mavericks raised ticket prices, cite investments. The Dallas Mavericks revealed that they're raising their season ticket price next season. I think about an average of almost 9%, just weeks after dealing Luka to the Lakers. The Mavericks says season tickets will go up by 8.61%, which is about 9%. And the increase is due to ongoing investments in the team and fan engagements. One fan tweeted, 30 days ago, the Dallas Mavericks traded away their homegrown superstar, called him fat, and laughed in the fans' face about it. Today, they decided to almost double the prices of my season tickets from the past couple of years. The new ownership is disgustingly out of touch.
Hold on. Not only are they out of touch, can you give me a better reason? What team, what business actually raises prices mid-season?
No, this for next season.
Well, even they take.
No, we give you a head up. Let you say, like my granny used to say, "Boy, save your pennies up so you can get it."
They let you know ahead of time. Okay. I was getting ready to say, but that's slightly disrespectful.
I don't. And look, if they had kept Luka and said we're going to raise ticket prices, I don't think fans would have had nothing bad to say about that decision, Ocho, because it's Luka. Because normally you want to keep your homegrown guys.
Yeah.
Especially if they want to stay. Because a lot of times they get, you see Zion, he wanted to leave. AD wanted to leave. LeBron ended up leaving. KD ended up leaving. Russ left. Harden left. Reggie Jackson. I mean, so forth. And so the list goes on and on about you getting these guys and then them leaving. Luka, from everything that I've read and people that was close to him that knows him, he didn't want to leave Dallas. Right. The fans didn't want him to leave Dallas. Now, if you ask Philly fans, they might not be so disappointed if you trade Joel Embiid, considering his injury history and he's missed as many games as he's played. I don't think the fans was disappointed when they traded Ben Simmons, considering the regression that they had started to see in his play. Luka, we saw no regression. We only saw ascension in his play, and they traded him. And after you trade him, you have the unmitigated gall. You have the audacity to bring your ass in here and talk about you raising prices? No.
Mm-hmm. And listen, and you know what? You know what also, when Nico Harris makes a move like that, one thing that you can stand on is hoping that whoever you trade for replaces the product that actually left. And it makes the fans forget about the trade based on your production and what you do. But he's been out. And then to say what you say, what's going to happen next year with you raising prices? Well, here, how about y'all fix how about you fix this season first? Fix the product on the court this season, because then we wouldn't have a problem paying for next season if what we wanted and we were getting was on point this year.
Well, ain't no fixing this year. This is your team moving forward. Nah. The question is, how soon does AD comes back, and what's the severity of Kyrie's injury? Because if both is down for a substantial amount of time, this season is over. This season is over. You're not going to be without 4 of your top 6, 7 guys and think you're going to make the playoffs. That ain't happening. They're a good team. They're not that good. No team could overcome being without, say, a Kyrie, AD, a Gafford, a Lively. That ain't happening. So the only thing they can hope and pray that within the next 7 to 10 days, they can come back and they can go on a little run. Because it's not like they got a whole lot of games. It's not 2 months left in the season, Ocho. It's 1 month left in the regular season. And they need to figure this thing out. But it's, bro, when first of all, fans like, we already being pinched. You see they're cutting jobs and inflation and eggs and gas and milk, and these prices are rising. The cost of a family is rising. And bro, y'all just traded the person that I wouldn't mind paying $500 a game to come see. Y'all traded him, and now y'all asking me to pay $750. Nah, hell no.
Hey, you think about look at the landscape of the NBA, Unc, and you think about prices on how much tickets cost. There are 2 or 3 players on every team. On every team, I don't care how you look at it, where fans that put butts in the seats. We talk about 2 or 3 players that actually put butts in the seats, regardless of what the price of the tickets are. They make you forget about it. They make you forget about the economy, because I know what I'm getting once I go watch these boys play.
And you need superstars, because in the NBA, look, it's all about a superstar. That's why the Lakers try to move heaven and earth to try to keep them. And for the longest time, they've always had them. They had, when they was in Minneapolis, they had George Mikan. And then when they come to L.A., they had Baylor, and they had Jerry West. And then they make the trade, then they get Wilt. And then a couple of years later, they get Kareem. And then they drafted Magic, and they get Bob McAdoo. And they draft James Worthy. And then they get Shaq. And then they make the trade for Kobe. And then they get LeBron to come. That's what the Lakers do. You have to have superstars. People want to see superstars, the best of the best. Or what they'll do, you'll sell the building out when those superstars come. So when Steph Curry is coming to your town, it's going to sell out. When LeBron comes, it's going to sell out. When Jordan was in the league, you already knew. Jordan going to be a sellout. Kobe and Shaq going to be a sellout. LeBron then was going to be a sellout. You knew that. Bro, I want to sell out. I want my home games to sell out regardless, because we playing. Not that y'all coming to see somebody else.
Right. Hey, can you imagine what the price of tickets were courtside when Kobe and Shaq were together? Can you imagine what the price? And I know the price is probably extensive now, and I'm sure it's going up since then. But can you imagine what it was?
Especially come playoffs or big games, they play San Antonio, or they play. Play, who else was a rival of theirs? Oh, Sacramento was a rival of theirs when they had Chris Webb and they had Jay Will. The Suns, yeah. But now,
that's crazy.
Boy, Luka first game.
Hey, what you think courtside was, huh? Just matter of fact, when you give me the price of courtside right now for a Lakers game, use an NFL player's number currently right now. Don't tell me the number. Just give me an NFL player's jersey number for better context, because I don't want to hear the price, because it's going to make me mad. Don't piss me off.
First of all, they got Luka and LeBron. So the tickets are already going to be high as giraffe hoo-ha to begin with. Now, think about when his first game, he played Dallas. Now it's his old team.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to see that. So probably you're probably looking at about closer you go to center court, the more expensive the tickets. You're probably looking at about 25, probably $20,000 ticket for center court.
Okay. Okay, I thought it'd been
Now
I thought
you
it'd
go
been
to the
worse than that,
playoffs.
honestly. I thought it'd been worse than
No,
that. Okay. Okay.
but mm-mm.
20,000.
But come playoff time, you dealing with the Lakers. I mean,
They
you
go up.
like some tickets, Ocho. You go sit courtside, $1,500, $2,000. That ain't happening in no Laker game.
Nah. And it also depends on the city you go
Yeah,
to.
and the food now you get everything. You mean you all the food free, yeah, but consider
Right.
what you pay for that
There,
ticket.
there,
It
many-
should
there,
be.
many- right. You know,
Yeah,
access
because I
VIP.
had season tickets, and you made me miss all my games.
Who did?
Ocho,
Wait, how did that make you miss all your games? You could have
because you
just took me to
started
the games
Nightcap.
with you. That made,
Because you started
huh?
Nightcap.
Listen, I started Nightcap, but what you could have done is we could have been a part of a consistent routine of going to the Laker game, sitting courtside. You could have sat there and taught me, the
How
intricacies of the
how am I
game
gonna
from
sit? How we gonna sit
courtside.
courtside and we coming on after the game?
What are you talking about? I know Jenny Bush. She would have gave us a private room in the back. We could have set up our Nightcap stuff right there after the game in the stadium. Can you imagine? Nobody's doing
No,
nothing like that. But anyway, that's just an idea to throw at
no,
you
I'm
next
good.
year.
I gotta save my pennies.
What you
Cause
saving for?
I don't want to work myself. I don't want to do this for the next 10, 15 years.
I done told you about saving the past 2 years. You talk about flying
I
private
ain't
jets
flying
and
no
flying
private
first class.
jet.
Now all of you flew private,
I
telling me you
did.
would. So you ain't fly private. And I told you it made that way. There's no need to waste that kind of money. You can get to the same place from point A to point B on another airline. You
I mean,
forgot about that. You forgot
sometimes
that
you know,
conversation.
cause
You told me I
yeah, I
want
want
to
to enjoy
enjoy myself.
myself.
Let me. Oh, so now you done did a 180. Now
Yeah,
it's
I'm
about
enjoying
saving money.
myself. So now I gotta save.
I like it. I like you. I like the growth. Now, if we can get the growth in other areas and other
Yeah.
facets of your life, we're gonna be all right.
Luka changed his mind on long-running Lakers fans conspiracy. A notable theory has sprung up that opponents are so determined to beat them that the injured players intentionally target Laker games for their returns. Just yesterday, for instance, Norman Powell returned from a 5-game absence to face the Lakers. 2 games earlier, Dante DiVincenzo, who had missed the previous 19 games. Before that, Dwight Powell had missed 16 games. Melo Ball played a total 10 minutes in his last 3 games before the All-Star game, but played 33 against the Lakers immediately after. The newest Laker noted that even he has spotted a trend. Luka laughingly said, I didn't believe it before, but they say if somebody's out for a long time and then they play against the Lakers, so I don't know what to believe. Believe at the time, but obviously it's the Lakers, so I think it's normal. Yeah,
Yeah, I think it might be
it's the
coincidence.
Lakers.
Might yeah. You think people just coming back simply because you play
Lakers
the
on
Lakers?
TV. Lakers are big. Who you want to? What I know is that what game that I know everybody's gonna watch. What game do I know is gonna make Sports Center 1,000%?
Okay. I got you. Listen, I was getting ready to say, but hey, you're on TV regardless. And if you're not on TV, depending on how you play, you can be
You
on
know
TV
what?
without
I
having to
know
play the
one for
Lakers.
certain.
If,
I'm gonna be on
if
TV if I play the Lakers.
okay,
Is that that's
okay,
the
I
even though
got
the Lakers are not the champs, you gear up to play them.
you.
That's the Lakers.
Right.
That's LeBron. That's Luka. That was Kobe. That was Shaq. That was Magic and Kareem and Worthy. Yeah, we gonna gear up to play y'all.
It's so funny how if you think about the trio that has this mystique and aura about them, right? No matter what goes on, whether they're winning, whether they're losing, they just have this historical feel and aura where everybody either wants to play against them or play with them.
Yeah.
The Yankees,
Mm-hmm.
the Lakers. Hold on, I almost missed it. Yankees, Lakers. There's one more. There's one more to that trio.
What, baseball? Dodgers?
No, the Dodgers don't have that same
Mm.
like historic feel where
Oh, you talking
everybody
about the
wants to play for
Cowboys,
them at
huh?
some point. Or Cowboys, that's what I was thinking of. I didn't want to mention them. I'm sorry. I didn't want to mention them. I didn't want to bring them up. But again, now you understand for better context and what I'm trying to say
Right.
about those historic franchises.
Yeah.
But you got it.
So, Lamelo Ball is a name to watch on the trade market this summer. Following Luka Doncic's trade, NBA executive around the league has expanded their horizon on which potential stars could next to change teams. The availability of Hornets guard Lamelo Ball is one of the stars several executives who spoke with Hoop Hype will be monitoring on the trade market this summer. Ocho, should teams be
Nice.
interested in trading for Lamelo with his injury history?
Oh, see, you know what? Now that part, now when you say that, it makes everybody pause. It makes everybody think. You take away his injury history. Okay. Let's say you take away his injury history. Let's talk about what LaMelo Ball does and gives you when he's on the court. He's lights out, huh? He's box office. He's one of those individuals, you know what? Well, if the tickets are $800, you know what? I don't mind paying $800 because I know LaMelo Ball is on my team. He's on our team. I know what I get when I'm coming to watch him. I'm going to get my money's worth. Now, once you factor in his injury history and what happens when he's out time to time, now you proceed with caution to the wind. Now, that's the bad thing. But listen, anybody can get hurt. It happens. It's a game of basketball. It's not that much of a violent sport as football, but it's very physical. Injuries are going to happen, especially, and LaMelo's small, huh?
I mean, he's what, 6'7",
He's
6'8", really thin frame. His ankles are fragile. I mean, he might have to go through that with Steph. Remember, Steph was the same way. Steph stayed injured. That's why he got that little million contract, and then he just was able to stay healthy. That might be a situation. He might need to reach out to Steph. It's like, Steph, man, how did you like these ankle injuries? How did you eventually get over it? Because, man, there ain't nothing to play with. You're talking to a guy that had ankle injuries, and hell, I thought I was going to have to retire at 26. Man, my stuff was bad, Ocho. You talk about step on somebody's ankle?
Yeah.
I could literally step on somebody's ankle, and it would blow up like a cantaloupe.
That big?
And the worst part was doing it on the road, because guess what? I got to get on a plane and fly back home.
You know what happened when you get in there with that pressure? Swole right up.
I wore those stockings. I put those on both my legs to keep the swelling down because I swole those white ones. Those white ones. Those nursing stockings.
I know you're talking about. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Man, I had those things on Ocho, man, because, man, look here. I get on that plane, man, my knees and ankles swell up. Man. Because I remember I was in Baltimore my last year, Ocho. I got my knee drained every week.
Oh, wait a minute. Every week? Wait, drain the needle, pull out.
The first time I got both of them drained, Ocho. They got about 130 cc's off both ankles. I mean, both knees.
130 cc's? Oh,
yeah, I know how much
cc's is? How did you even practice with that moving around?
That was the thing. They gave me the off. I get my knees drained about 3 hours before the game. I would ice it, try to keep the swelling down. Then they would, put hot packs, Ocho, so I get some mobility in there. But I was probably getting 30, 40 cc's drawn a game.
Man, but let me listen. I thank God for being able to play for a long time with no injuries. For as long as I played and as reckless as I played, I got hit really clean one good time. One clean hit in 11, 12 years. Outside of that, everything was basically normal. Like, man, listen to some of your,
I was a pin cushion,
your past.
I get something done. It's like, I don't know, Shaw. I think if I shoot it up, could I be able to play?
Right.
Shoot it up.
And you
shoot it
get
up.
Out there and go.
Both shoulders, bad. I separated both shoulders. Man, they put about 3 or 4 shots in. They put 2 shots in this one, 2 shots in that one. Man, I was doing jumping jack.
a minute. How you separate both
Rest your
shoulders?
soul, Dave Dorson. I caught a 7 route.
Safety?
Yeah.
Got to be the
Ochi
safety.
he was with the Bears. He
Yeah.
won a Super Bowl with the Bears. He was with the Cardinals at the time. So he
Right.
landed on me. Crack. I hit the ground. Crack. Then he landed on top of me. Crack.
Wait, so you did
At the
both
same
shoulders at the
time.
same time?
Oh,
Oh, God, me.
man, I was
Well,
like,
if that ain't-
man, I
if
was
that
like
ain't
this,
bad-
Ocho. Hey, the whole week, hey, they put that medicine in there.
Yeah. And you was good. Did you
Nah,
you wear the harness?
let me tell you
wear
what
the
I did,
harness or
Ocho.
no?
So we played the Raiders. And I'm feeling good too,
Uh-huh.
Ocho. Ooh, I feel good.
Right.
Man, we ran a toss crack, we had a forced crack, and it was Ronnie.
Right.
It was Ronnie. It might have been Ronnie. I push up, the corner retreat, here come the safety.
Right.
Man, I hit that joke. I forgot, Ocho, I forgot. Because normally,
Yeah,
if
you
you
was
got
messed-
something hurt, you hit it with the opposite one. Well, both of mine messed
Opposite
up.
side.
So I just say, hey. So I just say it is what it is. Wow.
Right.
Ocho, tears just start coming down my face.
Ah.
Ooh, boy, hey, boy, that thing. Ocho, I don't know if you ever had that pain, but it feels like electricity go through your body.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like a pinched nerve. That pinched nerve feeling. It's
Ocho,
not
I
a
did
good
like
thing.
this here. I said, Greek, I'm done.
Oh,
Yes.
you was out after that? You done?
Man, he knocked all that medicine out them shoulders. Hell yeah, I was done after that, man. So I understand having to deal with
man.
injury history. For 2 years straight, I shot up my
Right.
ankle every week. Sometimes I had to shoot up both of them.
Damn.
It gotten so bad, ask anybody that was in there, the skin started to come off my ankles.
From getting it shot
Yep.
up so much?
It had completely discolored.
then that-
It like I had vitiligo. It was like as dark as I am, and it was just like pure
Right.
yellow. Pure, I'm talking about like white.
Right. That's funny. People, you talk about stuff like this, and everybody look at the glitz and glamour when it comes to athletes, and then you sit down and you're able to hear stories like this
Oh,
about
yeah.
the sacrifices and the things,
And we do it
injuries
all
that
over
you got to go
again.
through.
As broke down as I am, I do it all over again. I'll take my
Right.
black ass right back out there. Oh, hell
No
no.
regrets. Yeah,
Absolutely not.
that's like
Oh, you look, if you play this game long enough, there are going to be times that you like, man, I don't know how. On Sunday or Monday, Tuesday, I was like, man, I ain't no way in hell I'm going to be able to play. Greek
Right.
Greek and Tess would always like, hey, Sharp, just think positive. Hey, we don't have to play today. If we had to play today, you probably wouldn't be able to go. But let's see how you feel on
Go.
tomorrow. Let's see how you feel on Thursday. Let's see how they kept that positive. I was like, hey, Sharpie, how you feel? Man, I feel better. I think I might turn the corner.
right.
You know what I'm saying, Ocho? Because I wanted to play Ocho. Man, I know, look,
Yeah.
I ain't got to have no 20 year. I ain't no doctor, no lawyer where I can have a 25, 30-year career. I got a finite period of time.
Right.
I'm going to try to maximize it.
Yeah.
And they
got
let me know all, Shannon, you shooting up, blah, blah, long term. I said, bro, let me worry about that in 30 years. Right now, I need to get out there. I got people depending on me. So I wouldn't, and that's what they know. I got to do what I got to do. Ocho, the Bengals franchise tag Tee Higgins for the second consecutive year. The Bengals do not want to allow Higgins to hit the free agent market and will not turn their attention to negotiating a long-term deal. Cincinnati has until July 15th to reach a new multi-year deal with Higgins, or he'll make a fully guaranteed $26.2 million. Since the second time he will get tagged, he will make 120% of his 2024 salary, bringing him up to 26.2.
Right.
Is this a deal going to get done, or are they making sure they get something back on an eventual trade? Do you believe they're going to sign T to a long-term deal, or they're going to try to sign him and then trade him and get compensation?
I'm not sure, Unc. I'm not sure, even at this point, and understanding the value that T will get, or what his value is right now on the open market. I think the Bengals understand that. I think T understands that as well. Now, also on the bright side of things, as a Bengal fan myself, true, diehard Bengal fan, I would love to see them keep the trio together. I would love to see them keep the band together. The
Yeah,
salary cap went up, huh?
I think
The
it's like
salary cap went
279.
up. Right. It's 279. But when I think about it, listen, Jamarr Chase is getting ready to be the highest paid and reset the quarterback market as far as contractually. So I understand that. Then I'm not sure what they're going to do with Joe Burrow. Is he going to restructure in some sort of way to make wiggle room, not only for just Tee Higgins, but for Trey Hendrickson, for other needs
Henderson's
that
gonna
need to be
want
met
30.
on the
He see the Ocho. He see
yeah,
the
you got to
market.
tell
He
me.
got 17 and a half sacks
You
for the
got
last 2 seasons.
yeah. You ain't got to tell me. I know. I know. So, boom. What's going to happen? What's more important? Where are the needs that need to be met for us as a team? I know fans want to say, bring T back. I love T, but I also understand what T can get. I understand his value
Yeah,
on the open market. Now, obviously, the franchise tag, you did it to me one year. Now, when you do it to me one year, basically you're telling me, listen, we don't really see the value in you and give me a contract long term. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna
that means
tag
they're
you,
betting against you.
and yeah.
They're
Talk to
betting
me,
against you
please. For
because
people that don't
if
understand,
you thought I was if you think of me what I think of me, you give me the deal.
I mean, it wouldn't have been no questions asked, Unc. The deal would have got done last year. And now double back come this year again. Tee Higgins, great year. Big game. Stepped up.
Yeah, he only
Huge.
played 12. I think he only played 12 games, Ocho, but he still had 10 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
averaged like
Let's talk
75.
about
He
the
averaged
Broncos.
like 75 yards a game receiving. So if you extrapolate that over
Yeah.
the full 17 games, we know what type of season he would have had, even with Chase
Right.
doing what he did. And that's the problem that you run into,
Going
Ocho,
crazy.
when you keep pushing the cans down the road. Okay, you kick Jamar Chase can down the road. He gets the Triple
So you see
Crown.
what happened.
Okay, you wouldn't do anything with Hendrickson. Now he led the league in sacks, back-to-back season in which he's had 17 and a half.
Back.
Okay, you franchise tag Tee Higgins. Now he follows that up and he's like, y'all got to pay me because I see Jalen Waddle with years left on his contract got 28.
Yeah.
Y'all mean to tell me I'm at the end of my contract and y'all think franchising me at 26 is good? No, I need guaranteed money. I need like 75 million fully guaranteed the first year.
Right.
Now we can talk.
Now, I'm curious. Normally, most of the time, teams use the franchise tag to their advantage, not only to lock a player up, but when you do it for a second year, I'm trying to buy myself some time.
I'm betting against you. I'm betting that you won't have another year like that. Because what good is it, Ocho, if he has another year like that? Maybe you win a Super Bowl, they say, well, we got a Super Bowl out there, we can let him go.
Right.
That's because at some point in time, if you're drafting the type of player that you believe you are, you're not gonna be able to keep them all, Ocho.
Right.
It's impractical. You're not gonna be able to keep Chase at 40. You're not gonna keep Joe at 55. You're not gonna be able to get Hendrickson, he wants 30. Tee Higgins wants 30. Excuse me, Ocho.
Yeah, you good.
At that number. Now they got a little bit more cap space. They waived Alex Kappa, the guard. I guess he had a bad year. I mean, looking at it, he gave up most sacks, most pressures, most hurries. So it was pretty bad.
Right.
Jamar Chase posted this cryptic tweet of Joe Burrow on Instagram. What? At Tee Higgins? If you can see it on your screen, he's like, again.
Even the players, as fans and Bengal fans, they always come to they don't understand the difference in how the players feel from the business side of things as opposed to how the fans feel. The fans think, oh, it's so easy. The cap is going up. They're going to sign everybody. Listen, if you look at the reactions, you look at the reactions from T, you look at the reactions from Jamar Chase, it tells you that things aren't as sweet as you think on the outside looking in, regardless to how the cap numbers have gone up. Because you have to think, the Bengals they franchise to run. They just not think about now. They're thinking about the foreseeable future, when it comes to their books.
Well, I want long-term guaranteed money.
Yeah. Well, listen, they got till July to get it done. They got till July to get it done. Now, me, as much as I want T to stay, I love T. I love my Bengals. I love the organization. Matter of fact, I love the fans that argue with me back and forth. Zim Houday. I know you're probably gonna see this. I love you too, and everybody else. but I just don't see it happening based on what T is deserving of and what Chase is going to be
Chase going north of 40.
Oh, he is. He's resetting the market, huh?
He's going north of 40.
He's resetting the market for the simple fact you made me wait. You
T said, I'll tell you what, y'all like that 26.2? Give me that in guarantee money. Give me 80 million fully guaranteed. And then y'all can put it however you want to. But I need to make 80 million. I need to make 80 million in the first 3 years, Ocho.
Yeah, we good.
I need to make 80 million. Hey, give me $80 million signing bonus, and then I'll play the first year. I play for like 1.2. Then I'll play for 5 million, and the next year I play for 10.
Yeah.
Since y'all say 26 million, everybody talk. Okay, just go ahead and give me that.
Yeah, and give me a nice lump sum in signing bonus too now.
Give me 70 million signing bonus.
Give me some security now. I need my nest egg in case something happens, just in case. Because I ain't going to Lords of London.
Hey, if I'm Chase said, y'all maybe take this $10 million insurance policy, I'm going to factor that in when y'all negotiate. So y'all going to give me that back on top if I have to take out another one at some point in time.
Hey, listen. The game is the game, Monk. This is the football. And this is why I wouldn't want to be an owner. I wouldn't want to be a GM. I wouldn't want to be in a position of Katie Blackburn, Mike Brown, Troy Blackburn, in a situation like this with a team this great, with players this great, and it's time to pay.
You have to be ahead of the curve. Do you believe Tee Higgins? Let me ask you a question. Do you believe Chase in the next 3 to 5 years will not be a top 3 receiver? If you believe he'll be a top 3 receiver, you signed him last year. Because you're paying him based on what you believe he's going to do moving forward. Not what he's done in the past, because I've already paid you for that. So if I give you $36 million, that's because I believe you're going to be a top 3 receiver. And in 2 years, this money will be obsolete. Now I got you for another 2 years, Ocho, at $36 million, when the going rate's going to probably be $42, $43 million. See? That's what you have to do. So you have to, like, a lot of times, Ocho, you have to buy something like, man, look here. If you were doing investments, people buy gold, people buy commodities based on believe they're going to go higher. So at this price, although it seems steep, I buy for a little. When it moves up, now I got it. And that's how you have to look at these players. Michael Park, you saw Michael was Defensive Rookie of the Year, and he's been in the Defensive Player of the Year discussion. Why are we waiting till this man get all the way to the end of his contract before we think about doing a long-term deal? All you did was let the price keep going up.
Up higher?
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
It's definitely not. It's definitely not. And I want him to work things out. But I also understand how the business side of things work. Everybody yelling about the cap going up, the cap being high. Have the Bengals ever been able to spin all the way up to the cap? So let's start there. Have they, we screaming, oh, the cap is going, it's this, it's that. I mean, listen, this is still a business that has to be run. This ain't Madden.
You see what Howie Roseman does? You see what he did with Devontae? You see what he did with AJ? You see what he did with Hurts?
Got him early.
What he did is that he's like, okay, Saquon, we'll give you this. If you get these incentives, not only will you get them for this year, it'll automatically go onto your contract next year. So that 1.5, 1.750 million. So now Saquon's gonna make almost $14 million. Hits those numbers next year. Guess what? That third year of the contract, now there's a chance he goes out and has another year. I'm not saying he's gonna go for 2,000, but has another good year. Howie might say, you know what? To keep that cap number down, let's go ahead and add a couple more years to it. Give you
nice signing bonus.
That's how you have to do it, Ocho. You have to have some forward thinking.
Yeah.
Because if you wait till I don't know. By the time you realize the guy's good, it's going to be cost prohibitive for you to sign your players.
Well, listen, the guys we talk about, there's nothing to realize. You know what they do because the film don't lie. They did it in college. They got to the NFL and they
Hmm.
kept on doing it. They ain't missed a beat. I'm talking about Chase. I'm not sure why he didn't pay him last year. There was nothing wrong with T. Understanding what you got, for the foreseeable future, we talk about one top three player, and we have another one that arguably could be in the top
Hmm.
10, as what I like to call a 1B. I don't see T as no two. That's just me, because anywhere else on any other team, T Higgins would
Hmm.
be a number one. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I hope they get
So
the
do
job
I.
done. I
The
really do.
Eagles are going to release
Where's my
six-time Pro Bowl
my
corner
chocolate?
Darius Slay after 5 seasons with the teams. The Eagles initially acquired Slay via trade with Detroit in the 2020, immediately signing the cornerback to a 3-year extension. Slay, 34, is coming off
Right.
one of his best seasons of his career. He allowed a
Mhm.
42% completion rate, allowed 5.4 yards per target, had 15 pass breakups, are all his best marks since joining the Eagles. In 2024, the Eagles allowed a league low 174 yards passing per game, the lowest by a franchise since 2000. Who is that? Tennessee? Since at least 2000. I think Tennessee. I think they beat the Ravens that year because we allowed the Ravens allowed 60 something yards rushing, but I think they averaged gave up 260 yards. Tennessee actually statistically had a better, huh? Oh, you talking about that was the what you call them, the Philly Eagles franchise? Oh, I thought it was talking about the lowest since 2000 by any franchise. Okay, because I know Tennessee pass defense in 2000. They were
Mhm.
they only gave up 242 yards a game. Can you see what Tennessee gave up that year? So Ocho, but he always said that if he didn't finish his career in Philly, he would love to go back to Detroit. Detroit was his original team. Um, Obviously,
Mhm.
he had some issues with Matt Patricia, who's now the defensive coordinator at Ohio State. Hey, he goes to Philly, has a great, go to two. He went to a bunch of Pro Bowls. They went to 2 Super Bowls. They won this past one. So, could you see him going back to Detroit?
I think so. I think so. Why not? Especially with what happened from an injury standpoint to the Detroit Lions to on the back half of the season. I like it. I like it. And I'm also trying to think about why not run it back with as well as he played last year with the Eagles? But I can't even talk about Jeffrey Lurie and Harry Robinson. And when it comes to their decision making, Keon Mitchell, obviously, they're now passing the torch and the
No,
keys to
he's on
him.
one side. They're passing the keys to Cooper DeJean.
At
See,
um,
rookie. He's
ooh.
ready. He's ready to be a starter
Hey,
now.
listen, listen. Honestly, he played well, right? He
Hmm.
played very well, but he played well based on everything else
Hmm.
going on around him. Is he actually ready after his rookie season, despite them winning the Super Bowl, to be in that spot like that, where you got to see the number one receiver? At times, you have to see maybe the number two receiver. Is he
You
ready
can't
for
keep
that?
everybody, Ocho. I mean, what you gonna do with Braun? You gonna pay him? He gonna want a king's ransom. Okay,
Yeah. Oh, he was
Sweat.
nice coming from
What
the
about you
bench.
got
He was.
two D linemen that could potentially leave? You got Jalen Carter coming up now. Hey, he gonna want a king's ransom.
Woo. And
You
well
got
deserving of
Mitchell gonna be
everything.
coming down the pipeline, Ocho. He gonna want a king's ransom.
Mm, mm. Hey,
No, I understand. The chat saying they're gonna keep DeJohn at a nickel. Yeah, they're gonna put him at corner, and guess
yeah.
what? They're gonna start him at corner, and then when they go three, he gonna bump inside the nickel.
But then who gonna be the other corner? Hey, listen, playing on the outside and playing a nickel, boy, that's a different ball game, baby. That's
They
a
drafted
that's a
that man
different
to play
ball game.
corner. They found out that he's really good at the nickel, and so
Say
guess
less.
what? They
Yeah.
put him inside. They'll put him inside in a situation, and they'll bring somebody else out. It'd be the same. You remember how?
Right.
What's the guy's name? Ocho. He ended up going to Tennessee. From the Kansas City. The DB.
Oh, Ladarius.
Yep. Sneed.
Ladarius Sneed.
What did they do? They drafted a corner. Sneed was really good. They put him inside. What did they do after the season? They ended up signing, trading him, and now you got Watson and you got McDuffie. See, y'all just look at fans. Y'all got to stop looking. That's not how teams look at it. They draft a guy at corner. Okay, damn. And they got Slade's getting a little older. At 34 years of age, that's a little old for a corner, but he played extremely well. Now maybe it's a situation that they come back. I would go test the market. Now, if I couldn't find something suitable, if I got to play for $3 million, I'll play for $3 million in Philly. I ain't gonna play for $3 million because I know we gonna win. But at least let me go kick the tires somewhere else because somebody else might have some money for me, Ocho.
Hey, that's T. That's T, Unc. Do you understand? And I mean no disrespect to my fans in Cincinnati. I love you, every last one of you. Do you understand what T's gonna make if he get on the open market? Oh, come on, man. He's deserving of that. He worked too hard. You hear me? Wow. Think about the sacrifices you just told me about that you went through to even touch the field. What you think? He got a story too. All of us got a story on how we want that sense of security. Allow him to see it because you didn't believe in him the year before. You know what? I want you to prove it to him. We're going to tag you. We're going to tag you because we don't value giving you a long-term contract. We don't, because if you did value me, and you thought of what you think of how I think about myself as a player and as a receiver, there would have been no issue paying me. Now you tag me again 2 years in a row. What does that tell me?
But see, Ocho, that's the Players Association. You agreed to that.
Well, listen, you have to understand, when it comes to the franchise tag, you got 2,100 some players. Stay with me real quick now. Chat, y'all stay with me real quick. You got 2,100, maybe 2,200 players. When it comes to the franchise tag, we talk about it only happens maybe to 6 to 8 players. 6 to 8, no more than 8. No more than 8. Now, actually going in the fight for something for such a small percentage of players that is required, that's where it's used, year in and year out. Do you really want to fight for something like that? Because sometimes it's an advantage for the players and for the team as well. Sometimes buying you a little bit more time so we can get a deal done. Now, in this case, when it comes to T, I don't like the way they're taking advantage of him because if you wanted to pay him, you would have done it the first time. Listen, don't do it to me again.
That's where you have to be unselfish because a lot of time for the very reason. I remember when they first started talking about lifetime benefits, there were a lot of prominent guys, and I'm not going to call their name, give me $1 million and I'll buy my own health insurance. How'd that work out for them? The same thing you just said. There are so few guys that say, man, I'm never going to get the franchise tag until they get the franchise tag.
Right.
And now look at you. Okay. At some point in time, Ocho, Kurt Flood, he never benefited from free agency. He basically lost his career. So everybody else got free agency. Spencer Haywood.
Right.
Sometimes you have to sacrifice. There are a lot of people that sacrifice for the greater good, even though they weren't there to reap the benefits. A Dr. King, a Malcolm X, so many of the freedom fighters. A lot of people sacrifice that didn't get the benefit of the sacrifice. That's what sacrifice means.
I like that. I like the way you put that.
Now, okay, I tell you what, y'all want 2 franchise tags? We want lifetime health benefits.
Yeah. Ooh,
or you get 1 franchise tag, but you can't franchise me again. I need, I already gave you a bigger concession. Now you get a bigger piece of the pie, owners. I got to claw something back.
Right.
Lifetime health benefits, or we got to do away with the franchise tag. Yes.
One or the other.
Or even if we don't get lifetime, I need at least 10, 15 years. What is Ocho? If the average NFL career is 3 years, so the average NFL player coming in at 22, 23. So that means a vested player with 3 years, he's done at 25, 26. Ocho, he gets 5 years of health benefits at 31. He's done. He only hopefully if the average life expectancy if someone is like 75 years, so he got another 40 plus years.
Ooh.
But the guys don't think like that, Ocho. That money coming in so good, and you like, hey, I'm gonna be able. But when you don't have money coming in and you have it going out, and if you get a serious injury, you get a form of cancer, you get a treatment, it'll wipe your savings out just like that.
Wake you
just
up
like
real
that.
quick too,
and with the price, the surgeries and the price of the medicine, some medicine costing you 10, 15, 20,000 a month.
Especially now. Especially now. Hey, oh my God, just the thought of that, huh? Did you hear how much you say medicine costs?
Some of it's like 10, 15, 20,000 a month. Some of them cancer drugs.
Jesus. My goodness.
I mean, insulin. Look at insulin. What's insulin cost you? And people need 2-3 injections a day. Oh, a quarterback coach from a team drafted in the top 7 referred to Shedeur Sanders as brash and arrogant in his team interview. Josina Anderson posted a very lengthy, interesting post. I'm not going to read it all, but you guys can see it. Here we go with this again, Ocho.
That's what you want from your quarterback, huh? No, listen, don't change. You know who else is brash? Can I tell you one quarterback who is brash, especially coming out of college, with the way he plays, the way he carried himself? By the name of Baker Mayfield. He went number 1 too. Baker Mayfield was trash. You know?
Cam.
Huh? Cam, brash. Huh? You know who else is brash? Johnny Manziel was brash. You know? Now all of a sudden, there's a problem with having confidence in yourself. It's not brash. It's about having confidence. It's believing in yourself and believing in the work that you've already put in. The resume speaks for itself. Turn on the film. There's a reason he's talking the way he's talking. I believe I can come in and change the franchise. How is that brash for feeling that way? If you're not serious about changing your franchise and having a franchise changing quarterback, I'm not the one for you. What's wrong with saying that when that's exactly what the teams are looking for? Someone with that type of confidence. Not soft-spoken. You are a leader of men coming in as a rookie to change the franchise. You have to be.
Okay, let's just say for the sake of argument, Ocho, everything that he said, everything that this coach said, that he's brash and he's arrogant, can he play? That's all that. Yeah. Can he play football? He's a football player. He's not into politics, because in politics you need to be likable. That's why people will vote for you. In this situation, can he play football? Okay, does he have any issues off the field? Do you worry about having to have your phone on ring the entire night? Are you worried about, if you see my player here, give me a call. Watch out for him. Is there any such thing that you need to worry about? His dad was brash. I'm confused. At the end of the day, can the guy play football? Can the guy, if you want a politician, if you want a Cub Scout, someone that's going to be in the church, okay, fine, I get that. I want a football player. I want him to have good character. I don't care about the brashness. I don't care about all that stuff. I don't want him to get in trouble off the field, although I understand that young kids will make mistakes, because I was young. So I'm not here to condemn for a first-time mistake. I just don't want to see a repeat offender. That's what I get upset about, repeat offenders. But I don't have no problem with Shedeur. I don't have no problem with any guy. If that's what we're talking about, that's what we're about here. Now, you have to understand, a lot of times, Ocho, we brag because we had to, a lot of times we were playing against people that were bigger than us, older than us, and we did something good. We had to let them know. That's our coach. That's how we grew up.
Every time.
Man.
Every time. But listen, listen, I understand, obviously, especially at the quarterback position, they want you to be and conduct yourself a certain way. They want you to be Tom Brady's, the Peyton Manning's, the Drew Breeses. They want to lump everybody in the same category. You have to be a robot. You have to be politically correct. You have to know how to talk. You have to know how to answer questions. You have to know how to keep things in house. You have to know how to fall on the sword. When things don't go well,
you got it.
Put the blame. You put the blame on yourself. No, it's me. It all starts with me offensively. I have to play better. You know, when you win,
we won.
You give great credit.
When you lose, you take the blame. That's the part about being the quarterback. That's the ownership. That's the ownership that one has to have. Ocho, this is what Jacina Anderson's second paragraph, according to league sources, said quarterback coach seems to have an issue with the culture of athletes who have broad fame and financial success before entering the NFL, and their opinions appears to have them a problem with certain athletes. I'll leave it at that. This is how the pre-draft evaluations can get jacked because the evaluators don't seemingly possess the discernment to detect intangible traits that are connected to the will and drive to win without being a stat or delineate it in an analytic report. If you're not familiar with said culture, see, somebody from a different culture, somebody from the Asian culture or the Jewish culture, I couldn't. But I know my culture. I know how we talk. That man, think about it. And I've always said that you've heard me say this numerous times, Chad. What I respect so much about parents that had money, his dad is time. Mm-hmm. He said, "No, I don't want your money. I want to do it myself." Peyton Manning parents have money. He said, "No, I want to do this myself." Bronny James' dad is LeBron James. He said, "Nah, Dad, let me put the time in." That says something, because a lot of times we see people, kids of famous or well-to-do, they don't have that kind of drive. It takes a special type of person to go up, living in an ivory tower with mink slippers and silk pajamas, and say, "Hey, I want to get it out the mud like my dad or like my mom did." I know. Everybody ain't wired like that.
I got to.
For Shedeur, and his dad did everything. He put him in the right situation, had great coaches, had a cultivated relationship with Tom. Tom would talk to Shedeur, probably checked him out on film, probably worked with him. What's wrong with that? Wouldn't we, if every parent could be in a position to make sure their kid got the best teachers, the best coaches, the best physios, would he or she not do that for their child?
Absolutely. That's the whole point. That's the whole point in being a parent, being a father, being a mother. That's what you want to do.
I'm confused.
Oh, it goes without saying. But just for the sake of an argument, you have the other side that creates stuff like this. They don't care. Oh, he's not conducting himself the way we feel.
Well, that's your kid. You didn't raise it. Can he play?
Oh, I love it. I don't think
there'll be a situation that he's going to get in trouble. He seemed very level-headed to me. I know he's going to be level-headed because I know his dad. I know his dad extremely well. And his dad jokes around, but they know he no nonsense. They know he no nonsense.
Especially when it's time for business. When it's time for business and perfecting your craft and getting better at your craft, putting in the work, the homework, the studying, the training.
How many times have you heard Time say, "I'm two things. I'm coach and dad, but I'm dad first." Make no mistake about that. His kids are very, very of the utmost importance to him. He's always been this way. Y'all think this is Time. This is who he is. Now, he behaves a little different when he on the phone with me. But I don't get it. But you know what, Ocho? Hey, I guess Bucky Brooks responded. Thanks for sharing, Jashina. Every year we watch high-profile quarterbacks deal with this nonsense. No one expects Shedeur Sanders to be a perfect fit for every coach and organization, but the unnecessary character attacks by NFL personnel and some media members with NFL backgrounds is garbage. These unflattering and unfounded remarks haunt prospects beyond the pre-draft process, including tainting the fan base opinion before the players takes the field for a squad. It's stupid. It does.
Right.
Perception is a person's reality.
Wait, whoa. You ain't finna get it. You ain't finna get away with that one. Hold on now. All right, somebody stole up. Come on now. You know
You travel with that?
I travel with that now. I got all your stuff in here.
Perception is a person's reality. But perception is not always the truth.
Oh. Girl, you in your bag. Wait a minute. Perception is not always the truth. Good.
It's look, he's been dealing with this his whole life. Because guess what he's been? Deion Sanders' son. He's been dealing with this his whole life. He's going to deal with it for the rest of his life. No matter what occupation, that precedes him. For the longest time, and I still get it, I'm Sterling Sharpe's little brother. They be in the airport. Hey, Sterling. I said, bro, you loud and wrong.
Yeah.
But you're close.
You with that boy now.
Yeah. I just, hey, when they call me Sterling, I just, yeah. You play for Green Bay? No, I play for Denver. Oh, yeah, that's right. You the one that played with Favre. No, I play with Elway. But okay, but go ahead. Keep it going.
Hey, they used to
They still do. What you mean used to? They still do. I'm like, bro, Ocho.
You know
and guess what they tell me? Man, y'all don't look nothing alike. I say, he my brother, not my dad. Hey, what the hell?
Hey, people today still, and most of the time as women, is very funny. Obviously, they're fans of me, and they confuse me and T.O. all the time.
Yeah.
And I mean, sometimes they miss. I'm not sure how you mistake me for T.O. T.O. is about 2 inches taller, and he got about 40 pounds on me. He's 6'3", about 230. Like, I'm confused now. I'm one good looking brother. I'm one good looking brother. Now, I'm not saying my brother from another mother is ugly or nothing, but he don't look like this. So I'm not sure how you confuse
Now, my sister and I, we look alike. You look at my sister and you tell, okay, they brother and sister. My brother looks just like my mom. Me and my sister look like my dad. But it's okay. But I understood that growing up. Imagine, I got a brother that's 3 years older. So I'm a freshman. He's a senior. He's good at everything. Naturally. Bro, you ain't going to be like your brother. You can't run your brother. Okay.
Like that. I don't like that. That ain't number motivation, though. Hearing that.
Oh, I love
ain't number
that.
motivation. Hey, hold on. Let me tell you something. What you think Shedeur had to deal with? Being at Jackson State.
Well,
you can't do that. You can't do that. Well, maybe you could do it at the HBCU level, but you can't do it at the PWI. So he goes to Colorado. He gets it done there. What do you say? You still hearing all the chirps and the chirms and all the negativity. Now, draft process. You showing your confidence based on the work that you've been putting in. But who knows how long? Now they're telling you to change because they don't like the way you conduct yourself because you believe in yourself. You have confidence. We talked about Travis Hunter and his comparison to playing both ways in the NFL, comparing it to Shohei Ohtani. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? It's okay. That's the confidence. That's what you need to be great at
Hmm.
whatever it is you do. It doesn't even have to be sports. It doesn't have to be football. But the kind of confidence that Shedeur has, the kind of confidence that Travis Hunter has, it's okay to be like that. Because that type of confidence is what had driven them to the point where
Hmm.
they are in life.
Because guess what? So he went
Man,
to
come on.
HBCU, he lit it up. Oh, he should. He had an HBCU. He go to Colorado, he lights it up. Oh, weak conference. You see? I can't win. I can't win. How does he win? How does he win, Ocho? He goes to an HBCU, does what he
Yeah.
does. You say the level of competition. Now he goes to a D1, and now you say, well, the conference was weak.
Now, when he gets to the NFL, I wonder what's going to be the excuse then. When he comes in and actually changes the franchise around. Same thing with Cam Ward. Cam Ward is a little different. Cam Ward's approach to the game and the way he conducts himself is a little different. Everybody's
Yes.
personality is different. Personality is different. They're not
No.
all going to be the same. Some are quiet,
Yeah, I wasn't
some
quiet.
aren't.
So don't
Sure,
expect me to
but who
be
you telling?
TD.
Because I showed, listen, I
No,
wasn't. I wasn't
I'm
quiet either.
joking.
I'm a talk. I'm a
Yep.
talking and walk it. But I'm a talking and walk it.
Yes. Quinn Ewers says he is the best quarterback in the draft over Cam and Shedeur. I think I'm the best in the
Like
class
it.
and the most ready for an NFL and most ready for the NFL because of what I've been through. I think I'm the most ready for the situations that occur in the NFL, injuries, playing through tough injuries, having a big name behind you, continue to play through that amount of pressure, continue to be confident after being benched. It's hard to do. I matured a lot, and then all the injuries I had to deal with and come back from, I wouldn't trade it. It's the reality of the position. Stuff gonna go wrong, and I have a plan of attack for pretty much any situation that can arise.
I like it. You got to be, see,
Yeah.
there we go. Once again, he's spewing it in a different light. He's spewing the same type of confidence and brashness that they're talking about that Shedeur did, but in a different way. He just
Yep.
spinning it a different way, using his history, his past experience on telling you why he's available as the best player ahead of the two that might be in front of him. It's no, that's very
Yeah.
brash. Why are you telling us that? Same thing. The delivery is just different.
Every player in the draft believed they're the best player in the draft. He did go through a lot. He went to Ohio State, couldn't get on the field. He leaves and go to Texas. He came with much fanfare, got booed. They wanted Arch. Yeah, he had to play through injuries. Yeah, he's gone through a lot. Yeah, you have to. I mean, you have to be resilient. You have to be able to compartmentalize. They're going to love you one week, hate you the next. But you have to have a strong belief in yourself, Ocho. That's the number
Right.
one thing.
Got
Never
to.
let them take your confidence. Even all the boos, even if you get benched, you made it this far. You made it this far to give up, to quit, because now you have a little bit more adversity than you've ever gone through. Nah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, listen, it take a toll on your mental too, huh? You know, it
Yeah.
take a toll on your mental when you
Oh,
get
yeah, for
benched,
sure.
man. Especially at the quarterback position. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Well, I wish Mr. Ewers the best of luck. Jimmy Johnson retires from NFL coverage after 31 years. Jimmy said the
Hey,
most fun I've ever had in my career, that's counting Super Bowls and national championships, was at Fox Sports. But I've made an extremely difficult decision, and I've been thinking about it for the last 4 or 5 years, and I've decided to retire from Fox. I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss all the guys. I'll see them occasionally. It's been a great run starting 31 years ago. Who do you see replacing Jimmy on Fox NFL coverage? Probably Gronk. That's probably why they had Gronk sitting up there. No, you want that job?
I just raised my hand. Now I want to do as many things as possible, huh? I'm not sure if I can do it too, be in two places at once. Can you imagine? First Take, Inside NFL, Fox, Nightcap, huh?
But probably
Gotta do
you
all
have to
four of them, though.
understand. Normally networks like that, they're not going to let you cross do it.
Okay, don't worry about it. Never mind. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna stay on the sack. I enjoy. Let me tell you something. I enjoy. I have no problem flying to New York every Sunday night, and joining you and Stephen A on Mondays and Tuesdays. Now, the more comfortable I get in that setting, which I felt okay today, a little shaky. I can be honest with you because we family. I can talk to you like that. It's new for me. It's not inside the NFL. There was a certain level
Yeah.
of comfort I had there. It's a different ball. It's a totally different ball game. So I got in rhythm, as we got towards the middle and the back end of the show. But I need to hit the ground running like you and him.
You get there.
Yeah, I need, but y'all two, that soon as we out the gate, y'all hit the ground running. I said, well, goddamn, now I got to catch up. Now I'm gonna get better as time goes on. But man, listen, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a lot. I enjoyed it a lot. And I thank you again. Huh? You hear me? I've been begging for a long time. I thank you.
You good?
I'm like, little brother, you ain't gonna be able to get rid of me, boy.
We'll be ready.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna take me about 8 weeks off.
Whoa. 8 weeks. So is it gonna be Nightcap just me by
No, it's
myself?
gonna be first take you by yourself.
That's fine. That's fine.
No, I ain't
Give
gonna take
me a
that
little
kind of time off consecutive
Right.
with Nightcap, but maybe a week, have a guest, you and a guest, then when you take off, I have a guest, something like
Okay.
that. No, I'm not taking off 8 straight weeks.
I like
Ocho, a fan posted
like
a
that.
picture of
Okay.
Sammy with Sammy Sosa this weekend, and it's gone viral. What the hell it go viral?
Uh-huh. Yeah, Sammy?
Yeah. Oh, you're trying to say which one, Sammy?
No. Wait, Sammy got on
Yeah, no,
Cubs
they
gear?
say Sammy he black again.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. I thought somebody played around and photoshopped the picture because
Huh?
how do you go from bleaching your skin to being
Yeah.
black again?
Man, Sammy look like the Wayans brother and the white chick. But he does.
Oh,
Yeah, Sammy
oh.
darker. What happened?
I think listen, once you stop bleaching yourself, doesn't your normal pigmentation come
Not if you
back
bleach it
on its
too
own?
much.
No?
He was probably on that Ambient,
Oh,
that
yeah, he
Ultra, that
got out.
Esoterica. You don't remember them bleaching creams? They used to be bleaching cream. Hey, anybody my
I
age
don't,
or older know about them bleaching creams? There was Ultra, there was
I don't know.
Ambi, there was Noxzema, and there was Esoterica. Anybody know about them?
Wait, How you
Man,
know
you
all
know.
this stuff?
You know.
Oh, what you
Huh?
bleach?
I mean, I was
What
light
you
skinned
bleach?
once upon a time, Ocho.
Okay.
No. Nah, I've been black my whole life, even when it wasn't popular.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s,
Listen,
because, back then it wasn't
yeah.
popular at all, Ocho. It wasn't popular till like the 90s when Michael Jordan hit, Wesley Snipes hit. Because,
Bald
you had the
head, yeah.
DeBarge brothers, you had L and Chico DeBarge, you had Al B. Shore, you had all them brothers with the good hair and skin.
Tebow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, nah, I've been black by popular demand since '68.
Same since 72.
Glad to have you back, Sammy. And Ohio school basketball players pulled a Draymond. Watch the video, Ocho.
Oh.
Oh, come on.
Oh, that
No,
wasn't no
hell
accident.
nah.
Oh, that wasn't no accident. Now, what was the point of doing that? Hey, buddy, who had in bringing the ball up must
Huh?
have been giving him that
He
work.
did it in the playoffs. Old boy must have been cooking him.
That's what I just said. That's the only time. That's the only time they try to slow you down or do something egregious that had nothing to do with the game, had nothing to do with playing defense. I wonder if they threw Buddy out after that, or you just get
Nah,
a
hell, they
flavor.
probably threw him out of the game. What do we know what happened?
Hey, they ain't got no instant replay.
I mean, he folded up like a lawn chair.
Quick, and listen, anytime you
Oh,
get,
hey, it
anytime
don't
you
take much.
hit, you're going down every time.
They call it intentional foul. He wasn't ejected or flagrant foul. Man, they doing too much.
Told you.
We'd have to get him back.
But it's hard to do that
No,
in
it
the
ain't.
game of basketball. This ain't football. The only thing you can do is
There
set a
you go.
screen real hard. That's it. And I'm talking about
No,
Who?
you set a screen for him
That's-
and let him run into that elbow.
you can't put your elbow
you
up
can.
on the screen, Your hand got
No,
to
they
be down
don't.
by your side.
I tell you, get him back. See, I just got it back.
Okay. Okay, I see what you mean. I see what you
I
mean.
ain't saying it was gonna be a legal
I got
screen. Run the man in, see right there. That thing nice and
Good.
sharp too.
And hit him right there on the side of on the side of the
Opened him
head.
up like
We
a
ain't
ripe
looking
melon.
too.
Ocho. New York Sports Athletic Commission is ruling the Tank versus Roach kneel down. The draw decision could be overturned. The New York State Athletic Commission is reviewing the matter involving Saturday's match between Lamont Roach and Gervonta Davis. During the round in question, following the commission's request for a replay video, there was a technical issue preventing the commission from receiving it within the allotted time for the review.
Right.
Would you be okay if they overturned the decision?
No, I wouldn't. It's a draw. It came out a draw. Regardless of how we feel about the fight, the
You
outcome is
would
the
be
outcome.
okay if they overturned it, or you wouldn't be.
No, I wouldn't be. Don't
No.
overturn
So
anything.
you would
Don't
be.
overturn
You
everything.
would be against it if they were to overturn it. Okay.
Yeah, I would be because I want to see the rematch. I want to see the rematch. I want to stay a draw, despite them where it should have been a knockdown with a knee. Now I think if they got it right the first time, I think Lamont Roach wins on the scorecard because they ruled that as a knockdown. But since they didn't, I don't want you going back and reversing the decision after the draw has already been made. Let's set everything up for the rematch.
I like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was a good Unc. That was a good fight, man. That was a good fight. Man, Lord have mercy.
Ocho, Granny says don't come back over unless you bringing back her containers. My grandma said don't bother coming over if you don't bring back her containers.
Granny don't play by that Tupperware now. You talk about Tupperware?
Yeah. Somebody took my Tupperware and just want to take their time and just.
Oh, they didn't bring your Tupperware back?
They did after a couple of months. Talk about you. Well, you know I got it.
grandma
Yeah, I
ain't
know
put
you
that-
got it, but I want it. What I'm gonna put my food in my hands?
Yeah.
So you want me to store my food like this
Hey,
and
my
put my
grandma-
hands in the freezer?
Huh? My grandma ain't play by her Tupperware, boy.
Like, well, damn.
She ain't play by that. And she got to use it to take her lunch too to work, man. And please.
Man, we ain't have no Tupperware like that, man. We put aluminum foil on top of everything. We ain't had no lids. Hey, y'all had all.
Right.
Maybe y'all did. We ain't have no lids in the 70s and 80s. Food just be all out, or you put aluminum foil over the top of it.
Yeah. I bet you didn't have. I bet you didn't keep your grease in the coffee
Yeah,
in the coffee
that
bean, in the
Maxwell
coffee
put
can.
it on right on the stove.
Yeah, come on now. We done lived the same life.
Yeah,
Come on now.
man. Hey,
Come on now.
I like I said, I ain't know nothing about no Tupperware. Hey, we ain't have no Tupperware. I mean, we had,
Right.
Our drinking glass was an old grape jar, was a grape jelly jar, a mayonnaise jar.
Grape jelly-
Took the
hey,
hot water
we
and
had the jar
scrape
too.
this thing off the side of it. You ain't buy no drinking glasses.
Same. Yep.
Man,
Remember those days.
Like I said, I ain't know nothing about this until I was in the NFL. I ain't know nothing about no Tupperware. I heard people mention it, but we didn't have that. Like I said, my grandma put aluminum foil. Hey, cover that dish, boy. Aluminum foil, cover it up.
Hey, I'm just thinking about breakfast, man, back in them days. I don't know if you know about Quaker Oats oatmeal. Listen, I remember my granddaddy, man, either I asked for two things for breakfast. I either Quaker Oats oatmeal or cream of wheat. I don't know if you remember cream of wheat. And he would use the evaporated milk.
I know
that come in the white can.
I didn't know you wasn't supposed to drink
Man.
that milk. I didn't know you wasn't supposed to drink it. I didn't know that you supposed it blends. You make cakes and stuff
Yeah.
with that. I didn't know you wasn't supposed to drink it.
Yeah.
Man, I was wondering, me and my brothers used to wonder, like, man, why
I,
every time we drink this milk, our stomach be tore up?
it's too damn thick. I don't know what I don't know what was in there.
That's all we had. Hey, we get some water in that canned milk.
Yeah.
My grandma said, "Hey, boy, drink some
Water
of that canned
down a little bit.
Okay.
Put a little water down.
Now, and it had to be, the milk had to be really spoiled. I mean, it almost had to be clabber. You know what clabber is? Like, it's coagulated. Now, if it was like that, we wouldn't drink it. But hey, if it's just a little smell, oh, you got to go in the cereal. You got to go on up in here. Hey, my girl was like, hey, you be okay, boy. They do. But yeah, my grandma wouldn't, hey, you gonna be toting the dish out there with aluminum foil over. You wasn't getting no Tupperware, so so you were good. Ocho, now it's time for our final segment of the evening. It's time for Q&A. Thanks, graphic on time. Marlene Spivey, JB did guard Luka in the finals, but the Mavs put their worst defender on him, Luka on the other end of the court. That's not giving the best player on your own team, JT all the way. Okay.
Bring that to me one more time.
JB did guard Luka in the finals, but the Mavs put their worst defender on him, Luka. On the other end of the court, that's not giving the best player on your own team, JT all the way. He said, yes, JB guarded Luka, but Luka in turn guarded JB. So JB had a weaker defender guarding him.
Okay, I like that.
Well,
I like that. Now that's just one series. Now it's just one series. Now we talk about the complete series. JB looked like that guy. Not just that one scenario she's talking about, but much looked like that the entirety of that playoff series in general, in its totality.
Isaiah Lancaster, what's good? Unc and Ocho, 2 questions. What's the greatest Super Bowl run in league history? And what are your top 5 cities with the best food? I mean, I the best Super Bowl run.
Top 5 cities.
Wow. I mean, you got to take somebody with a wild card. I mean, they've been pretty good. I mean, we were a wild card team.
Somebody went 9-8. I can't remember what year it was. Somebody went 9-8. They were a wild card.
Maybe Eli and them. I think Eli and them was about to be 9-7. And the Broncos, the 90s. Yeah. That's tough. I'm going to say I'm biased. I'm saying ours because we beat the defending champs at the end of our Super Bowl run.
Right.
We were 12-4. So we beat a 13-3 team. What was the Steelers? The Steelers. I think the Steelers was 12-3, was 12-4 too. But they won, you know what I'm saying, Ocho? They won their division. So obviously they got home field. Yeah.
Advantage, yeah.
Best, what are your top 5 cities with the best food, Ocho? I'm not a foodie like that, so I don't really go out and eat. Okay, what you got? Okay.
New Orleans first. I don't care what nobody say. We can argue. Chicago. Miami, because it's a melting pot. It's a melting pot of every culture and every ethnicity. They have restaurants there in their own communities. LA, you can get a little bit of everything in LA. And 5 to round things out. I said Chicago.
You don't like New York?
LA. I'm gonna go with New York. I'm gonna go with New York. New York has some really good gyms. You would have to really know and
Yeah.
understand the city and know where to go, especially if you're a local and know where to hit all the spots. But those five places, especially New Orleans, we talk
Yeah.
about
I ain't no
food.
fool like that.
Orleans,
Give me Memphis.
man, in
I'm gonna take
Chicago,
Memphis, Houston, New York, Chicago. I'll give you New Orleans. I don't really care. I ain't in the shell. I ain't in the shellfish like that. And they put a lot of crab and stuff in it and
right,
all
right,
that. But I can see a lot of people say New Orleans, but I'm gonna go.
right.
Kevin, your uncle. I'll bet you the Cavs go further in the playoffs than the Lakers. Whoever wins get the 5,200 from Ocho. Way to go out on a limb, Kev.
Every time I think you forgot about that 5,200, somebody
Cause
in
they
the
know
chat
you
bring
old,
it up.
Pook.
Yeah, I know. Oh, but listen, long as I owe you, you know what? You talked about you saving, right? So I'm saving.
Nah,
I'm helping you save. I'm gonna say
my
that
money
5,200 for
drawing
you.
interest in your pocket.
I listen. Whatever the interest is, you let me know
No,
and I'm gonna
give me
get it
my
to you.
money and let me draw interest on it. That's what I need. Dude said Ocho had a smile on his face seeing you. Had a smile on my face seeing you on first take. Congrats, Unc. How do you think Ocho did did today on first take? He did well. He was there for the entire show, so that lets you know he wasn't just there for football segments. He stayed through the entirety of the show.
Matter of fact, my weakest part of my game, especially when it comes to conversing and talking sports,
Hmm.
basketball. Basketball. Look, I'm trying to get to the point like you and Stephen A can get. Boy, listen, y'all get to going and get to talking and diving deep and I'm like, man, what the heck? What? Well, when I can do that, because listen, I can converse in soccer, I can converse in football, I can talk baseball, I can talk hockey. But if I can get to the point where I can talk basketball the way you can,
You just gotta watch it.
the way Stephen A can, or Perk, or George Sedano, or Tim Legger, man, listen. But y'all ain't gonna be able to pull me off TV. Man, man.
Dr. Frank L. Bellamy, Ocho pulled up at first take looking like he was about to debate sports, sign a max contract, and close on a mortgage all before lunch. Happy to see y'all together on first take. Thanks, Doc. Appreciate the support. Yep.
Hey, Doc, I clean up well now. You know, I'm a representation
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Nightcap,
You
so I
you
got to be
cleaned up
sharp.
now.
I got to be
Sir
sharp.
Cates said, "What's up, guys? Two questions. Ocho, how can the Bengals this offseason change up the slow start so they can get back into the title picture? And who should my Panthers look for the draft to help Bryce Young and the team? A wide receiver, an offensive lineman.
Hmm.
Go ahead, Ocho. What do you think the Bengals can do?
I mean, listen, out the gate, just be a little bit more aggressive. Out the gate, be aggressive. Throw everything in the kitchen sink at whoever it is we playing. There's no reason we should have lost that game to New England. There's no disrespect to the Patriots. I think they maybe won
Yep.
4 games all season long, something like that. You know, there's no reason why we should come out the gate slow. And not only did we do it last year, we did the year before that, and the year before that. Hell, even the year when we had the Super Bowl run, we lost the first two,
Yep.
of the season. We got to find a way to start fast. So we're not playing behind the eight ball, having to rely on teams to lose on the back
Yes.
half of the season. Hope so and so lose because they give us a chance to squeeze in. No, take care of your business early in the season. Then on the back end, you don't have to worry about
Yeah.
nobody else.
I
Everything
like
is in your
controlling my own
control.
destiny.
And yes,
Cameron
sir.
Norwood Jr. said, my question is, would you or Ocho be a guest star on a sitcom like Neighborhood or Papa's House? Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Listen, I'm a regular on sitcoms. You know, making guest appearances. For those that don't know in the chat, you know, I was on a game. Um, I I was on a game. I did Sharknado. Um, God, what's the it's 3 more shows I did, man. I can't remember, but it's something about hey, when you do TV like that, there's a saying. It's called "Hurry up and wait."
You
Could
do?
be there all day. Yeah,
It
he be
is.
there
You
all
don't
day.
have to tell
That's
me
the only
anything.
thing
I know.
only thing.
You being on commercial shoots,
Yeah.
for 30 seconds, you out there 12 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
J-Dub Akron, what's up, Unc? Disturbing ever flex on you for snitching on him? No, cause guess what? I would tell again. I mean, snitching is not a one-time thing for me. I was good. I did it for a number of years. And I didn't even have to go in witness protection. I was walking around there in broad daylight. Do it, I tell again. I'll do it. What? Hey, why you laughing? They already know. Hey, Tad said, great job, Nightcap. How did you handle leaving CBS Sports? And Ocho, how did you handle going from the Patriots facing adversity and a new system? Look, I appreciated the opportunity that CBS gave me. Sean McManus and Tony Batiti. Sean McManus just retired from CBS after 25 years. Tony Batiti, he runs the Big Ten now. He was my first boss. I went in, sat down, talked to him, had a great call with him, had a great talk with him. They basically offered me the job on the spot. To this day, every time I see Tony Batiti, nothing but love. He ended up leaving, going to the MLB network, and so Sean was there. Look, they wanted to go. Tony Gonzalez was a fresh face. He was a bigger name, and they wanted to move in a different direction. I appreciate the opportunity they gave me for 10 years. Although I knew I had a lot more knowledge than just football knowledge. I needed something to like what they was doing on First Take. But they had all the slots, so I had to do my own thing for 2 years. And when Skip left, I filled in for Stephen A for a week, filled in, and the rest is, as they say, history. I don't begrudge leaving any place because you gave me an opportunity. I got 10 years out of that. 10 years. It kept me close to the game of football. It allowed me to talk about the game of football. I met one of my best friends, Fred Shimizu, Camera 3. You heard me talk about him the other day. Look, I got along with everybody. Tony, everybody. Greg was great to me. Boom, PK, Pat Kerwin. We got along great. Coach Cower, Danny. It was just time to move on. And I don't begrudge it. I love that. I love my time at JB. I still stay in touch with some of the guys. Mainly me and JB. Me and Freddie, we talk occasionally, not like we used to. But nah, it was a great opportunity, and you learn. Ocho, man, after a while, you can't get mad at every time. It's time for you to move on. Keep your head high.
Right.
I leave the same way I came in there. I came in there as a prideful. I came in there with my head high, with dignity. I'm gonna go out the same way. Got 7 years at Fox. Appreciate the opportunity. Man, the friends, look, it was different because when you go somewhere every day, Ocho, like I did at Fox, the wardrobe, Autumn and Tracy, you get to know them on a first name basis. You see them all the time. And when you with Brett and Jumpsuit and all those guys and the stage manager with Johnny and Karen, and oh man, it was great. Wardrobe, they asking me, what do I do? What I need? Man, I wouldn't trade those experiences for anything because it helped me get better at what I do currently. Nightcap, Club Shay, going on first take. It's different. It's not as debate. It's not as much one-on-one as that I was used to at first, Undisputed. But man, all those experiences helped me to get right here. How was your experience at the Patriots?
I mean, it was awesome. It was awesome. The transition, obviously coming from Cincinnati, seeing the way one organization is run, and going to New England, understanding what the Patriot way was, and being able to see and have a great understanding. Okay, this is the way they run things. It's very, very militant, very militant style. I've never been part of the military. I've never been part of the Navy SEALs or the Marines. But if I had to take a guess on what it's like being there, it was something like being part of the Patriots. Everything's structured. Everybody's very disciplined. Everybody's expendable. Keyword, everybody's expendable except 12. Except 12. And everybody is held accountable as well. Everybody's on the same playing field. No special
Right.
treatment for nobody. Obviously, I got there a little late. I wish I'd have been there a little earlier so I get a better grasp of the offense. A lot of people say, well, you didn't know the plays. No. Listen, from team to team, nothing changes from an offensive perspective outside of the verbiage and the way the plays are called. That's all. Nothing different. So it's confusing. So what you do want, and what I was hoping I could do, was pick it up fast enough where I could play
Right.
fast without thinking. Then you would get those you saw in Cincinnati. So you can't get that with so many other
Right.
weapons around me and me trying to catch up to everybody else in the offense where, okay, we got to go. We got to go. And that's what happened in that 1 year. It was a great fit for me as a predominantly outside receiver. That offense really didn't suit me well, even though Tom Brady was my quarterback, for the simple fact that my last name is
No, he liked to throw inside the
He's
numbers.
special.
That's why you see Edelman, Amendola, you see Wes Welker. Those were the guys that kind of led and
Exactly.
Gronk at the tight ends.
Exactly. Always. And that's one of the few offenses in the NFL where the offense is run from the inside out, which is completely different from any other team. Most teams, obviously, your first reads are your outside guys, and you work your way in. When it comes to New England,
Inside out.
inside. Edelman, Welker, you had Gronk, you had Aaron
Amendola.
Hernandez. Boom, you got the back.
You remember you had Troy Brown?
Amendola. Yes. So the offense has always been like that. Listen, but I enjoyed my time there. I loved it, despite me not being a part of it from a productive standpoint. I still enjoyed it. I really did. I really
Big
did.
Boy Toys, Chad is a low key genius. I think we need to start listening to him more.
I need better context on that, on why he thinks I'm a genius.
I don't. I want to know. I want to know why he thinks that. I don't need no context.
I mean, yeah, I appreciate that. Go ahead and tell Unc why you think I'm a genius. Yeah.
Kevin Brooks said, Coach Prime said, don't allow my confidence to offend your insecurities. Also, Unc, the twins, Ryan and Riley, are now hitting homers in softball. Ryan qualified to compete at the Texas High School State Powerlifting Meet. Am I supposed to know this? Kevin Brooks, nah. I don't know if I know. Kev, I supposed to know you, bro?
Well, I know you're not, Kev. What they do, baby?
You know
Tell
it.
the boys I said congratulations.
You know it, Ocho?
No, I do not, though.
Well, I'm thinking
No,
if
we
they're
gotta do
hitting
that.
homers in softball, they're girls. They're women. Yeah,
The twins.
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Hey, I got a question. Can you say that quote you just said from Prime that you just
He
read off?
said, don't allow my confidence to offend your insecurities.
When people always say he's so humble, or you need to be humble, that quote fits
Yes.
very well with that. That quote fits very well with that, because you're telling me you want me to be humble. You want me to dim my light. Stop
So you
being
can
who I
shine.
am. Stop going. Yeah. Then why you want me to dim my light? Why you want me to be humble? Does it offend you? Does it make
Right.
you uncomfortable?
Well, you
Come on
get
now.
that a lot, Ocho.
I don't like that.
You get that a lot, Ocho, because a lot of times people look at people that have money. Man, I wouldn't have bought that. I don't know why he bought that. So if he doesn't buy it, does that make you feel better about yourself because you couldn't buy it? Because see, that's what you run into, Ocho. Would I buy it? But I'm not gonna say if that's your money. Somebody works hard for the money. Who am I to tell what they should or shouldn't do? There are a lot, Ocho, coming from where we came from. Look at the stuff. I never thought I would spend $20,000, $30,000, $50,000, $100,000 for a watch. What? Or $100,000, $200,000 for a car. It's easy to say when you don't have it what you wouldn't do. But when you have it, I'm just confused. So I don't do something to make you feel better about you. So if time doesn't be who he is, does that make you feel better about yourself? Does that give you more confidence? Or does it mask your
Right.
insecurities that you possessed all along?
I hate when people use that word, be humble.
Yeah, or
Child,
you need to
please.
be humbled. Ocho, that concludes this
Yeah.
episode. Nice little. Oh, I got decent time to get me some sleep tonight.
Me too, me too,
Huh?
me too, me too. I
I
gotta be
know
up
this is when
early.
the show started last night. Yeah. Uh, we just concluded this episode of Nightcap brought to you by Boost Mobile. Visit your nearest Boost Mobile store or boostmobile.com to join their nationwide 5G network today. Y'all know me. I'm your favorite Unc Shannon Sharpe, the Liberty City legend, the Bingo Ring of Fame honoree, the route runner extraordinaire, the Pro Bowler, the All-Pro. That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button and go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. Thank you for your support. We really appreciate that. Last night we had over 20,000 in the chat. Tonight you guys show up for us. Every night that we come on, you guys show up for us. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. That's what I always say. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Tell family, friends, and loved ones. Man, y'all need to check out Unc Ocho on Nightcap, man. Them jokers be clowning. They give you some real life spill, but they talk about a lot of stuff. Make sure you check out Shea by Laportier. We do have it in stock. What better way to celebrate a momentous occasion in 2025 than with a bottle of Shea by Laportier? If you can't find it in a city or a state near you, order it. We'll ship it directly to your door. Please drink responsibly and stay safe. Go follow my media company page on all of its platforms. That's Shay Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84, with 84 being spelled out. Everything is restocked. We just dropped our Super Bowl show shirts and hats. Link is pinned at the top of the chat. Supplies are limited, so make sure you purchase yours before they're gone, because once they're gone, they are gone. The Thunder beat the Rockets thanks to Shai Gilgeous, 51 points. It's his fourth 50-point game this year. It's his fourth one in the last 6 weeks. I think with tonight's performance and the way he's played all year, he's going to be your MVP, and I don't think anybody's going to argue about that. So that concludes this episode of Nightcap. I'm Unc. He's Ocho. We will see you Wednesday.
Matter of fact, we'll see you tomorrow morning.
We'll see you tomorrow morning. Nightcap will see you on Wednesday.